Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Hi guys, we're on Nights. I'm Ray.
I'm Gerard.
I'm Michael.
I'm Julian.
Guys, we're back at it. First of all, before we just get any further, I want to apologize. We have been on a 2-week delay. A lot of things came along the way, and we had to put a stop on it, but we're back together. We're going to be watching episode, was it 10?
It's episode 10.
Episode 10, Believers. What do you think about that last episode? Was Deathwalker?
Jadar, right? That's her name? Jadar?
Jadar?
Jadar, the Deathwalker.
Dude, she was a badass.
I would say at first...
The badass. Hold on.
Whoa.
Let's calm that down. Maybe you remember the wrong
You don't think she was an excellent villain?
Okay, yeah, but badass is the
That's
wrong
what I
word.
mean. I'm talking about what she pulled off, what she had in her hands.
If we're talking about badass, it's the Vorlons. Okay.
Well, yeah, we know that. We know that. But I'm talking about what this woman had planned for everybody else who was right there until, Daddy Vorlon said,
They didn't argue, nothing. I could definitely say that so far, that Walker episode has been my favorite.
Yeah.
I want to say it definitely top up there in the episodes.
Thank you to all the commenters. I've gotten a better grasp of what's going on. Not much. No spoilers, by the way. But the one thing that really stood out to me is the guy kept saying this is layers to a cake, and you guys are still world building. And like this is like the one.
One of the commenters.
The one I forgot your name. I apologize.
Right here.
I apologize.
Thank you.
But he said there's like layers to a cake, and I'm like, and then once I heard that analogy, I was like, oh, this is just like the cusp. The
frosting?
Yeah, like it's
a little cherry.
A little cherry. That's it. That's all we've got so far. We got a lick.
I am this close to doing a podcast on this show afterwards, where we can talk about all our ideas. Because even when we turn the cameras on, when we're done recording, we are still discussing what things may be, what we think things are happening.
I think,
and the conversations get pretty good.
I think people will take negatively if they hear my conversation. I don't know. I'm scared.
They really do.
I'm scared, dude. I'll be scared. I'm like, the humans are right.
But I wanna say.
Oh my gosh.
I want to say something though, because there was a thing about last episode that, again, I'm not trying to do a whole giant discussion right off the bat, but on the last episode about the Vorlons, right? Cass, right?
Cass.
He was messing around with the telepath, right? And then he had some guy recording her
emotions, everything,
right?
Feelings.
So, but she was getting these flashbacks, and I was thinking, okay, because it's been 2 weeks, I've had time to think, and I feel that I think the Vorlons are telepaths.
I think that not only are they telepaths, but I think that they know that telepaths have some sort of power. Oh, not over them, but like they can somewhat.
They could probably break through them.
Yeah, or break through them, or do some sort of harm to them, like
because they're not physical.
Yeah,
so
I feel like that's because we saw that one of the telepaths turned into a sentient being.
Yeah, he became a god.
So,
that was pretty good. That was pretty dope.
Exactly. So, and if you kind of noticed it, he turned into light first before he turned into anything. And if you kind of recall when this guy, I think
when he opened up the bus, and there was light.
It's also light. Or like, what if that is kind of the path to becoming a Vorlon?
Yeah, we really do gotta do a podcast.
That's why. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Well,
sorry. Yeah,
sorry.
We started early.
We can have a podcast. I'm telling you, we should have a podcast.
No, I'm telling you.
Just for people who for us who are first time viewers, who are getting into it.
They would hate me. I'm telling you, they would hate me.
Well,
they would agree with me, and I'll give the group of wrong people.
Let's get back into it. This is episode 10. Believers. Let's get to it, guys.
Who's this?
I have no idea.
Them eyebrows.
Is that Minbari? Is that Minbari? What is this guy?
I don't think it's a Minbari.
Centauri.
No, dude. No, you're wrong. Look at them.
No, look at those foreheads.
And then you will grow up to be strong and wise and bring much honor to your mother and your father.
Please don't speak that way. No one knows what is written in the stream until the waters surround him.
He's gonna be
Is it a
wrong.
cultural thing?
They say that the boy is weak and that he will die.
He's our only son, Dr. Franklin.
Can you save him?
Sean's condition is very serious, but it is treatable. A simple operation will easily correct the condition.
Operation?
Surgery.
You will cut him open? We will find no help here.
Thank you, Dr. Franklin.
What?
Look, it's a simple procedure.
You don't understand. Food animals are cut open. They don't have a soul, so it's all right, but the chosen of God may not be punctured.
If Sean doesn't have this surgery, he'll die very painfully.
And none of us want that.
That is immaterial. You must not cut into the child.
Now, I know what is written.
Wow,
So they're
this is
going-
where we're heading with this?
Wow.
That's crazy. So
Dude,
there's just-
the takes on this show have been so good lately,
Dude,
right?
that gave me goosebumps because I'm like,
That reminds me of not the Death Walker, the other one before that one. What is these guys? The ones who preserve the souls.
the Soul Hunter.
the Soul Hunter.
Yeah, that kind of reminded me. It feels like that type of show, type of episode again. Like that's what I feel like we were starting off on.
Recommend we dispatch a fighter wing to meet the Asimov and escort her back here.
A potential combat situation requires the presence of at least one command officer.
Is Garibaldi available?
She didn't like that.
I certainly have plenty of things to occupy myself here. Yes, sir. I think I'll just walk to and fro for a while. Maybe over to my console.
All right, Bondo. You're not lying here.
I have an idea, Lieutenant Commander. Why don't you take out the fighter wing and escort the Asimov back to base?
Well, if you insist, sir.
Yeah.
Removing the blockage is easy, and the body's fluid transfer system will regain its integrity.
They're not going to buy it.
He'll need to rest for a day or two, but he's young and strong. His recovery should be easy.
The ethical dilemma he should have as a medical physician should be much more alarming to him personally.
So you're just going to let him die?
Yeah.
What kind of a god do you worship?
We cannot discuss this any longer.
That was not the thing to say.
I think there might be another way. It will take longer, and it will be far more uncomfortable, and it will cost more.
The cost is not the issue, Dr. Franklin, nor is the discomfort.
We cannot break our covenant any more than you could cease to be the descendant of egg-sucking mammaloids.
My husband intends no offense, Doctor.
That was an offense.
You never insult a patient's beliefs. You work with them. You try to understand.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted earlier.
That kid is going under the knife or into the freezer. Those are the only options.
Sometimes you have to heal the family before you can heal the patient. This isn't some silly superstition to them. This is real.
Amen, brother.
I am trying to find a way to save him, Doctor.
Good for him.
Torturing the patient with remedies that don't work.
Well, what are your ideas?
Then we either accept the fragile hope you offer, or we watch our son die in pain.
Alright, at least they're coming. I mean, in their mind, they must be thinking either they let him die, or they betray their own god and he becomes basically a heathen. And in that way, it's like, which is worse? The physical act of letting him die, or the spiritual shutout in damnation?
I get what you're saying, but that's a really hard choice. I can't imagine, as a parent, I have to make that choice.
Station has over 1,000 educational and entertainment channels, and you can watch.
No.
He can study the scrolls if he gets bored. In particular, the parable of the seventh declination and the scroll of Herod. I've always found that to be a most inspiring lesson.
I think at that point, just let me die.
You don't disapprove of superstition if it's your superstition.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
Oh my God, she's so...
Oh my god, I hate her. You suck as a doctor, by the way.
You didn't solve anything, you just postponed it.
I gave them a chance to think about it, to reconsider.
You are so certain, aren't you?
It's better than nothing. She just wants to move on and just let the kid die at that point.
One way or another, I'm gonna save that boy's life. Whatever it costs.
I hope so. I mean, I do feel...
This guy, she just knows how to ruin a dinner. Like, he was just having a good appetizer at the bar, and she just came around. You know what I mean? Like, can we stop talking about this, bro?
Just enjoy these taquitos.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know,
I had these artificial grapes, and this is like, let me enjoy them.
The boy's gonna die. Parents won't let me operate.
You know, the authority of Babylon 5 doesn't cover every contingency. In circumstances like this, we're in a legal limbo.
You could order me to take whatever steps I felt necessary to save that boy's life.
It's not good either.
If I do that, it establishes a precedent.
You've already done that when you told my predecessor to save the life of Ambassador Kosh.
On the other hand, if you get involved in this, you give up all pretense at neutrality. It'll damage the authority.
What a dilemma.
Oof. He has to be safe.
But this isn't going to go away. Neither will I.
I hope he finds a way.
I do too.
But it seems like it's going to be impossible to pull off.
Is this what's going to start kind of the
that
coding
option?
for Babylon 5's laws?
No, they already have their laws.
But I mean, like, more in-depth and world-building laws. Because Babylon 5 is a melting pot. Everybody else has different cultural beliefs, physical beliefs, medicine and the like, different physiology.
I think the main call is to be neutral. So they have to, like, respect everybody's, point of view, especially the religion as well.
Still, Chloe. That means you're doing a good job. You just keep holding it just like that.
Alright, I just got emotional.
It's got to be a hard place for him.
Hope.
I mean, it's one thing losing a patient because, you did what you can and nothing happened. But being stopped.
Because we trusted you, our son will die.
No. He will die because you won't trust me.
There are more important things in life than the next breath. Without his spirit, he wouldn't be alive anyway.
He is your son, damn it.
So they're saying that if he gets cut open, the spirit will fly away.
Yeah.
And you leave me no choice but to ask Commander Sinclair to suspend your parental authority.
What does that mean?
That means I'll do whatever I feel necessary to save your son's life. I'll put aside your objections and I will perform that surgery without your permission.
No, you can't do that. You mustn't do that.
Please, Dr. Brinkland.
I'm sorry. I have to do what I feel is best for Sean.
That's a big problem, too. Dude, this is
That's
such
a big
dilemma.
request.
There she is. This is Babylon Escort Wing Alpha to Starliner Asimov. Please fall into formation behind us. We'll escort you to the station.
Asimov, like Isaac Asimov? Foundation? iRobot?
Since you have no representative, that means that I have to be your advocate. And that means that I have to consider the safety of the child, as well as the rights of the parents.
He is not your responsibility.
Unfortunately, he is now. Dr. Franklin has made an official request.
Earth people always stick together.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
No, feel sorry for your doctor. If he harms my child, if he touches
That's right.
Sean, I will kill him.
Yeah.
Oh,
That might be a promise story.
that is crazy. There's something scary about how calm he was making that threat.
But you don't want a religious enemy.
Alliances are built on mutual advantage.
We're not asking you to negotiate a treaty. We're asking you to help save our child.
But you're asking me to exercise my authority on your behalf.
We thought your dislike of the Earthers would be enough.
Enough for us, not for you.
Oh, they're going all around.
They're desperate. They're absolutely desperate.
Unfortunately, we are on a budget here. We cannot justify such expenses for non-Centauri.
You want money?
The Volans are very powerful. If you filed a protest, Commander Sinclair would have to forbid.
He went to the Vorlons.
How would you feel if the doctor of Babylon 5 wanted to perform an unwelcome procedure on you?
That happened.
The avalanche has already started.
The avalanche.
It is too late for the pebbles to vote.
It must be difficult for you to feel so powerless.
You cannot imagine.
Yeah, they really went to the top dog too.
They did. I feel for them too. You know, it's just this is such a hard place to be in.
And are thus ourselves forbidden to intervene in matters such as this?
You are refusing because of your beliefs? We are only trying to save our child.
That is also what Dr. Franklin believes he's doing. Whose belief is correct? And how do we prove it?
That's a good point.
The Minbari cannot take sides.
They're going to do something really bad.
Not just that, it was pretty hypocritical of her to say that she's not going to involve herself because of the Minbari's own beliefs.
The faith,
yeah.
Meanwhile, that's what's stopping them right now.
Yeah.
Silent. With the civilian
this is the smallest escort I've ever seen.
God said the avalanche has started, and it's too late for the pebbles to vote.
Yeah.
They what?
Dr. Franklin wants me to intervene. His folks want the ambassadors to do something, and none of them want to get involved. And why should they? Why help yourself to a barrel full of blame if you can avoid it? Now I know how Pontius Pilate must have felt.
Yeah?
Oh!
What a reference.
Crap! That was... Dang.
What are you going to do? You going to save the kid? Or are you going to go with the parents?
I think he'll save the kid.
I have to ask you a very difficult question. I know you've been thinking about it.
Do I want to live? Yes. Very much. But I don't want the operation. I don't want to lose my spirit.
I had an operation once, a very serious operation. But I'm fine now.
But you are not one of the chosen. You are not born of the egg.
But what makes you guys be chosen?
It's the belief, huh?
What makes a religion false? If any religion is right, then maybe they all have to be right. Maybe God doesn't care how you say your prayers, just as long as you say them.
What if there's no God at all?
Is that what you believe?
I believe in saving lives. Without life, the question is meaningless.
But life has to be more than just a pulse beat. What we hold sacred gives our lives meaning. I have to refuse to sign the order.
Oh! You know why? Because he got it from the kid. The kid wanted it. That's the kid's wishes. That was the best way to go about it, I think.
But if the commander of Babylon 5 starts overruling individual beliefs just because they violate his own beliefs, we'll be setting a dangerous precedent. It establishes that the concerns of other races will be set aside whenever it's convenient for Earth.
But is that precedent worth a child's life?
You're just gonna let him die.
For God's sake, Doctor, do you think I want to do this? I have no more choice here than anybody else.
See, what a call. What a hard call to make, but he did it.
I'm so proud of you, then. As proud as I was of the day that you were born. Today, I'm even prouder. Because you are meeting your destiny like the true child of the egg.
I promise you, we will sing many songs for you.
I couldn't do it. There's no way. There's no way. I got two kids. There's no way. Not happening.
Oh, they're gonna come?
I'll go to the gates of hell if I have to.
I'll call you if there's any change in his condition.
Don't tell me this dude's gonna go behind everyone. Look at his life.
I hope not, yeah. He'll be in big trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that too. I thought I would go behind their back to the dude.
I think you should go now.
You're going to do it anyway, aren't you?
They have their beliefs and I have mine.
Sinclair will have you thrown off the station.
I'm already packed.
Ooh.
So? You'll need an assist.
They want to lose their license.
I feel them too. What a place to be in.
Stay with the Asimov and escort it back to base. I'll take out the raider.
Negative. Violation of orders.
The hell with orders. If that ship brings back a dozen raiders, we'll all be dead. Get going. I'll catch up.
Pressure?
We're equalized to his internal bladder. He won't have any trouble.
And then the parents come in the middle of it.
I think this is a mistake.
Lord, preserve this child.
Say again?
Oh Lord, preserve this child.
It's a prayer for a spirit. My prayers have to be just as good as theirs, right?
Oh my god, the dilemma.
Dude, the tragedy that this is.
Good. Good.
No warning shots, no nothing.
Oh, there goes your warning.
That's the reason.
Not good.
Golly. Time to go.
So, Sean, how do you feel? Here.
He did cut him.
I want my mother and my father.
Well, they're on their way. Sean, your spirit doesn't live inside your skin.
That's your belief.
He's changed.
You asked for us, Doctor.
Look at him.
Manya! Manya!
In the name of the egg, you did it. You did it anyway.
It's me! I don't feel any different. Listen, I'll sing songs to you. Manya!
Alright, come on, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Sean.
That would be this is worse.
You should let it be.
I gave you a direct order, Doctor. You disobeyed it. I should ask for your resignation right here, right now.
You want it, it's yours.
Don't tempt me, Doctor. Who asked you to play God?
Every damn patient who comes through that door, that's who.
Hmm.
People come to doctors because they want us to be gods.
Yes.
Sorry to bother you, Commander. I'm looking for Dr. Franklin.
What is it?
I think you should come to Med Lab.
The kid kill himself?
This is not gonna be good.
If the kid killed himself, that's gonna be super dark.
My husband has brought the Lamuda, the traveling robe for great journeys. They will take the boy now.
He needs to rest.
He will.
They're gonna kill him.
Yep. Is this gonna be the story of Abraham?
I don't think so.
I'm waiting. For an apology.
You don't see what's happening.
You better check the temperature in hell first.
Yep.
It's all here. The great egg, the great journey, the great song.
There's the Lamuda. Traveling robe. Oh my god.
You just read it. Sacrificial sacrifice.
Oh my god.
Do not grieve. This was not our son. This was only a shell. There was nothing to do but end the pain of the shell.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Dude, I got goosebumps from this. This is God, what a turn.
Sometimes doing the right thing doesn't change anything. It can drive you crazy.
That sucks.
I was arrogant. Thought I knew what I was doing. Maybe we'd all be better off if there was no God. If God had never been invented.
That's your internal problem.
What makes us human is that we have so many different ways to hurt.
I wonder what's happening to the other commander.
Ivanova?
Yeah.
She's running for her life.
I know, but still.
I'm not even thinking about her. I'm so engrossed in this story right now.
Are you okay?
How can he be okay?
Technically, since the parents ended up putting their kids to sleep, wouldn't that be murder in the ship?
Now there is an fall under religious laws, I believe. You know, remember, you have to stay neutrality on this. And you're dealing with who knows how many different lives and religions and cultures out there.
Passengers from Spaceline Azimuth now arriving customs debarking area 10.
I think she made it.
Hey, you are? What happened out there?
Nothing.
Nothing? I just got back the repair order on your fighter. It'll be in the shop for a week, minimum. And on top of that, I hear you broke regs about leaving formation and engaging in combat.
Did she blow them all up?
Something tells me he doesn't want that steak dinner anymore.
I don't think it's gonna go well if he did have that steak dinner. They want to forget this day if he can. Wow, excellent. Excellent episode. Woo. Wow, where do we start?
That was an amazing episode.
Now, I know, just this doesn't have the feeling of the overall arc. You know, except for the rate that she blew up. That might come back later.
And what Kosh said too, you're just pebbles to a cascade that's already, you're
The avalanche is already put. It's too late for the pebbles to take a vote.
Yeah. This episode really brought out, you know, the science versus religion thing, right? And who's right, who's wrong, who's right and who's wrong. And I think it was good that the Commander Sinclair, he made that point. Life is more than just a heartbeat. You know, we need to have
joy,
that religion. That's what makes life. The culture, the differences that we all have. You know. At first, I want to say I was on the doctor's side, and then he was slowly losing me. You know, and the fact that he did what he had to do. He went to the commander and he asked for the special order. The commander denied it. And I think he should have ended it there. And then when he went above and beyond to save the kid's life, it kind of felt like pride.
He was putting his own beliefs.
He wanted to satisfy his own need for his own beliefs over their beliefs. You know what I mean? And to the point that he even said, you know, a little prayer before he operated the kid.
And the system was kind of looked at him like double cross, like, well, how are you saying that now? Like,
yeah, you know, I'm glad she brought that up. I'm glad she mentioned that fact. So it opens up the question, you know. What I like about this show so much is it really brings these real world situations up. Maybe not to this extreme, but the point of what makes any religion better than the other.
Yeah.
You know, who chooses that? And the answer is the people who believe in their religion.
Yeah, it shoots for the hard topics. I will say, this. I don't want to say gruesome because I don't think that's the right word in here. But this is grim. This is one of the most dark. Yeah,
this was dark.
This was real dark. Like Julian mentioned it right before it happened, which we all kind of alluded to. But I honestly, I was thinking, okay, they're not gonna kill the kid. You know what I mean? They're not gonna sacrifice the kid. They're probably gonna.
And they did.
Yeah, and they did, and they showed it too. Like the kid was dead. The thing that and that was.
But in their own belief, they didn't believe that was a kid anymore.
Yeah, they did.
So that justifies it for them.
That's a show, which is again such a mind. I want to say mind fudge.
Mind-boggling.
Yeah.
For me, the mind fudge itself was when the kid was literally like calling their name, and they automatically just switch from their face of like surprise to like already like
they knew
demonizing the kid. I was like, wow, to have to go through that and see your parents do that to you, like
that's gotta be really bad. And the kid, I think the kid knew they were gonna kill him.
Oh yeah, and he accepted it too.
He accepted it. He went in and said, but he was accepting his fate from the get-go.
Yeah, from the get-go.
From the very get-go, he was accepting everything about his fate.
To put it this way, that kid was wise. That kid, there was something about he definitely upheld his beliefs throughout the whole thing, and then unfortunately he got cheated on it. And again, I feel kind of the same way where I was first with the doctor, and then slowly I was like, no, I don't think this is right anymore. I think they should just stick to whatever the parents' beliefs are and what their own beliefs are, just because that is their meaning of life to them. You know what I mean?
Let me pose this question to you guys: if it turned out better and the parents accepted the kid, would you change your answer then?
I would be happy. I would be happy, yes, but I don't think they would. You know, just because they set the precedence so early of what they're gonna do.
No,
I'm saying though, but if it would have, of course I would have been happy because I rejoice life no matter what. I'm not gonna say that's what I'm saying. I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes, Yulin. The answer is yes. I would have been happy because I rejoiced
So
life.
you would agree with the doctor if it turned out right? Is what
No,
I'm
no,
saying.
I said I would have been happy. I don't know if I would have still agreed with the doctor at that.
That's my
But
question.
but it would not have made a good story otherwise.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
The fact that they have to, it would have been sloppy writing.
Yes.
Had they at the end said, "Oh, you know what? They save her again."
Yeah.
The fact that they held their ground and the way it ended made a compelling writing,
Yes.
compelling story,
Not the
and it also made you think. It made you think and ponder about people, they react when it comes to religion, their own beliefs. You know, what people do, and that's listen. I'm a Christian, and I see other religions out in the world that's not Christian, and they do things that may be baffling to me, just like I may do things that may be baffling to other religions, right? But at the same time, it's what makes us us. There's no right and wrong in the situation.
Right.
The entire show was there's no right or wrong. It is what it is.
It was more of a fight of the ethical versus the morality.
The ethical, for sure.
Against the morality of being right or wrong.
But in this case, there's no right and wrong.
No, there isn't.
There's no right and wrong. So now we have the issue of ethics. So the doctor went over his own ethics.
Oh,
he,
yeah,
he
no,
broke,
definitely.
He broke protocol.
Yes.
He broke protocol to satisfy his own need and his own belief, you know, and his own way. And not because he just said the prayer, but he believed that he had to say, like, this is what I do, I save lives. This is what I do. Yeah, but I don't think you can't be rigid.
Now, I will say, right? I will say, in regards to both of them, I'm kind of going back on my answer too, right? I think they're both right? Because as a doctor, just like he said, like that was his beliefs, right? Even though you're overgoing somebody else's beliefs, that is your belief. You know what I mean? Like, there's some beliefs, like, for example, like, there might be some beliefs out there that denounce others. Like, of course, Christianity is all against Satanism, right? So, like, you're denouncing that other religion, even though they think that their own religion is right. So if your beliefs denounces somebody else's beliefs because of what their actions are, then what he did, that action that he did, is correct in his eyes. Make sense? And going back to it, that's where there is no right or wrong. Because both of them, again, they stuck to their beliefs. Which sucks, because it kind of ended off not as well as we would have thought, like in terms of, you know, overall overlapping, like
happy ending?
The happy
There was
ending.
no happy ending in this.
There was no happy ending in it. Like,
But we have to realize the fact that not everything has a happy ending.
Yeah.
You know?
Like he said,
And not
even if you do
everything
the right
was-
things doesn't mean that it will change anything.
And I think his decision, he stopped popping that. His decision, I see the meter just going crazy over there. I think, I lost my train of thought. There's no right or wrong, and we have to realize the fact that not everything has to be right or wrong. Things just have to be.
Yeah.
You know? And who is anyone to make that decision that what you're doing is dumb? What you're doing is dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Where's the higher power?
This is foolish, you know?
Yeah.
And it ended up, he was trying to do good, and he did good, but it ended up turning out to blow up in his face.
Yeah.
Because it went from a situation that multiplied 10 times worse.
Yeah.
You know, the complete ending was bad, because now he ended up doing something where his parents ended up murdering him.
Yeah.
You know, in the name of religion. And he didn't have to go there. He could have died of natural causes.
He didn't heal the family like he said he would. He destroyed the family.
Which
and made himself worse.
But it brings to another fact of more of the fact that, like, oh, I get I'm the doctor. When the patients come into the room, they put me as God because they want me to heal them and stuff like that. And
Which
everything.
goes back to his
So
arrogance.
Not
That
only
was
did
correct.
So not only did he end up, yes, you did end up saving the child, but now you're gonna end up having to live with the fact that now technically you are the cause on why the child was murdered.
And it wasn't
now
his
he's gonna-
decision to make.
Now he's gonna feel like I killed that kid, and that's something he's gonna have to bear.
I feel like this story is amazing to just peer in the different minds of people and what their belief system is and their whole entire ethical, like, environmental raising. Because everybody has such different opinions on this episode that, because personally, I agree with the Doctor full-heartedly. I thought he did the right thing. Do I think he went about it the right way? No. But I think he did the right thing. I don't agree with the parents.
No, but you can't think that he did the right thing. He broke protocol.
I think
you know what I'm saying. Like he even had orders that he was not supposed to do what he did.
For me,
not just from the parents, but he got it from the higher authority for where he works.
For me, and
it breaks neutrality.
I'm saying the means justify the end, or the end justifies the means that he did it. I don't think that he did it the right way, but the ending of him saving the child was the correct thing.
See, but then that's saying that there's a happy ending for only one party, not a happy ending for both parties, if that's the case. Which I think we're all in the sense that I feel like towards the point of where he ended up going to the higher authority to be like, I want to save this kid's life. I feel like we were all to that point where we're like, yeah, it's right. He's a doctor. He wants to save my life.
Yeah,
he should go and get someone to order that he's on the right side. But then towards after, once he ended up bringing his own stuff into it, then at that point it was just party against party.
I do want to throw in one more wrench, right? Just like you said, but what if the parents? Now, what would you guys thought if he would have stayed the same way? Like, let's say instead of him like regretting his decision, what would have been then your reaction if you would have said? Because that would have been cool writing too. I don't think it would have done anything to the story. Where if the doctor would have been like, yeah, I did it. He died, but in my beliefs, I did what was right. Like, how would that affected it? Like, do you think that would have affected our? I know for sure it would have affected our reaction.
So
because
in a negative way.
Yeah, but I think again going back to what I said, that's where I think if he would have stuck to his beliefs, then I would have been like, okay, both parties are kind of right in this sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? One, of course, you have to take him out. Like you have to kill the shell, right? It's over. That's it. Unfortunately, that's just what their belief. Yeah. That's just what their belief. And then on the other hand, would have been the doctor where he has his own beliefs where it's like, I have to preserve life no matter what. And if he would have been like, I have to preserve life, and let's say that life would have died the next day, or just like in this instance, unfortunately, I did what my part was. If that would have been what he stuck to, and that's kind of what I'm alluding to too, where it's like, if you would have stuck to it too, like it would have been like, God, man. And then it goes back to the overlapping point that Ray put up, which was, there sometimes isn't a right or wrong.
Yeah,
sometimes there is no. Sometimes it's just what it is. Again,
and I don't think this is end with the kid dying. This could go on where now Babylon 5 looked upon that the doctors do what they want to do. Why would I go to the doctor? And I think if someone's sick, who will go there? This might give him a bad reputation.
It's greater than that too, though. Like he was saying, the commander. Whatever.
Sinclair,
yeah. Oh my goodness, I always forget their name. You know what Sinclair was saying is, if I were to authorize this, that means that I basically put aside everybody else's beliefs, and humans can do whatever they want.
And then they're in charge. Correct.
Yeah, and that's where I think as Sinclair, I know for sure this is gonna affect the future episodes, but I'm interested to see if on the next episode there's a follow up to show like, hey, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I personally, as a captain or commander, I would be like, I would have definitely, first of all, I would have released him. I would be like, you're gone out of the ship, first and foremost. But second, I would have made sure that the public knew, because if not, now you're having this president where it's like, everybody's like, oh, I mean, the only way the doctor acted like that was because Sinclair gave him the authority to do so. It was a slap
on the wrist.
Yeah, exactly. Now, this is, so I'm very interested on how the future episodes, and I know this is a build, again, layering the cake, like we said in the beginning, and the guy commented on it, it's just layering more and more cake. Like,
but it makes me wonder why Earth is the only one running Babylon 5. Why isn't it a multicultural thing? And not just humans.
Yeah.
As humans, with all the position here, other than the ambassadors, but there's the ambassadors. But running Babylon 5 is completely human. I wonder why they didn't make the decision, or maybe it changes later on, where it becomes multicultural and other cultures are doing certain different parts instead of being all human. Because as you do it as humans, then things like this will have more mistrust towards humans.
Going off of that, where do we get the power to be in charge? Like, what dictates that we're in charge?
Yeah, and I think it sends to the conversation that we had previously with that Deathwalker episode. I think it was more of the fact that diplomatically, humans, I felt like, were a sense better diplomatic-wise. not towards
We're the most neutral, you think?
Into more acceptance, being able to accept, just like how Ray said, acceptance, more culture, things like that.
I think, and I agree with you. For example, like let's say you had a Nar, like you said, like let's say they would have destroyed the land, the Centauri. They would have destroyed each other already. Mm-hmm. So there's very jaded beliefs onto what each race thinks about each other. So I think I agree with your point where the humans kind of have to run this, but we're cooking. But we cooking. We try. There's nothing denying that we're cooking. I think we have a facade. 100%. I think there's a facade like that shows, oh yeah, humans are neutral and humans are this and this and that. But clearly there's something else, and that's where kind of the show is, I think, leading.
Yeah, and I think this episode does a really good job showing that this show is not black and white.
Yeah, God, no.
This is not a black and white show. This is completely gray, and people are making some decisions that they morally believe is correct. You know, and it could be for the better or for the worse.
Yep.
And I love that. It shows the flaw on all of us. You know, that life is not all good and bad. You know, it's not always good. It's not always bad. And sometimes you gotta do things in between. A lot of things in between.
It also shows the flaw of democracy in a way. Like a lot of.
You know, I'm getting tired of your comments views. This is 3 times.
No,
there's no perfect system.
No, I know. I'm just saying. It also.
No, I'm supporting what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, basically to try. We represent the Soviet Russia. No, but it shows like how if they tried to do anything, the parents, every single one of them would still have to take time to get permission from somebody else, then go to a council, then vote on it, then after voting on it, and by then the kid would have probably been dead.
And also, oh man, I'm glad you brought that point up. It also shows how much each race is actually caring for other races too. And like
everybody's out for themselves.
Everybody's out for themselves. Yeah. Like there wasn't one race that like kind of opened up, and I was surprised that Delenn didn't like. I thought Delenn out of all of them, I thought they were gonna be like, okay, Delenn was gonna be the one like, oh, you know, I thought she was gonna represent. With you, yeah. I definitely think that Tashara was definitely not gonna be Cash. I didn't think so.
Because of her belief, she could not get along.
And
But then you can't blame her either.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You can't blame her either. That's the thing. You cannot blame any one of these races for turning their back on them.
Again, it's so. Oh man, it's just.
But they would have been. But we would have known that some races would have been the first ones to jump as soon as something happens.
Also, now that I think about it, the humans were the only ones who stuck for them, because remember he represented them at that point. Mm-hmm. Remember, because he becomes the representative.
Yeah, but he didn't want to.
That's what I'm saying.
He was like, I wish you guys had an ambassador here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And he's like, well, I got no choice, and he did the right thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Sinclair did the right thing from the get go. I always was with him 100% of the way. His decision 100%.
I don't think he did the right thing at the end, because he really should have punished the doctor some way.
I agree with that.
I think, and that's what. Yeah, I think this is gonna lead.
But could it be the fact that his regret is his punishment?
Yeah. Okay. Listen. I need to talk to you guys about this later.
You're right. No. Wait. Before you talk,
no. Shut up.
His regret is punishment enough, but not in the eyes of the world, like you were saying. This is why we need a podcast on this.
Guys, you can see we love the show. Right. All right. We don't watch the show just to kind of get the views. We love this show. This show is amazing. We are episode, what is it, 10? 10. This who knows? I know. The funny thing is, I know that in the comment section, I'm going to get somebody to say, well, this is one of the week episodes. Like, you got to be kidding me. What? You got to be kidding me. This is considered a week episode. Whatever you guys, listen, if you like what we're doing, please hit the like button, the subscribe button. I really do appreciate any comment that you have to say about this episode. I really do hope you are enjoying our journey through Babylon 5. As you can see, we are passionate about it. Sorry about being late for 2 weeks. We're going to get back on track on this best we can and put these back out there. And boy, oh boy. Guys, we want to know what you have to think about this episode. We want to know what your views on what happened here and what you think of what we talked about. Please, leave all those information in the comment section, guys. Please. Guys, we also have a merchandise store if you'd like to buy some good stuff. Father's Day around the corner. Buy your dad an R-Night shirt or cup to help him out, help us out, guys. Listen. Thanks for hanging out with us. We are R-Nights. I'm Ray.
I'm Gerard. I'm Michael.
I'm Julian.
Guys, we'll see you soon. Take care.
Stay safe.